November 3rd. I think we are a couple weeks out from the first race. That's going to be held here at Kukuru. I was hoping for a little bit of rain or something like that today, but it hasn't rained for the past 4 sessions, really. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about ways you guys could get into this, especially if you're on island or just getting to Okinawa. So there's a few ways you can get into this, whether it be the mini class, the micro class, the junior class, or even the senior class. The people at Kukuru can help you guys out and kind of get you started, spun up on things. Me and Ray, I guess Ray and I would be the people to contact for like the American side or just the English side of things. Ray's a bit better than I am at Japanese, so he could help you out a lot more. But in terms of just getting set up for like the class, whether it be mini, micro, junior, senior, or senior masters, I can't remember exactly how many classes there are. They have a selection of carts in-house at the track. So that's where I got my Zanardi from. I just bought it from the track. I'm also doing all this from this little lounge area, little lounge room they have. It's pretty sick, you know, like right next to the track, and you have the pit right here. Like a go-kart simulator and an actual car driving simulator. Way better than the one I got at my house. Okay, so for these practice races, they're just starting them in random orders. There's no qualifying that happens before this. They would just swap us around every race. But this next race, there was kind of an incident that happened. So at first, I was under the impression that Ray was setting the pace. And then as we come around this last corner, he kept looking at my cart, so I was like, oh shit, am I setting the pace? But anyways, I kind of just wait for Ray to go, and I'm just watching his foot. As soon as he goes flat, I go flat. I end up passing him before the straight, and there's kind of something that I don't know what, like I can't see behind me. I don't know what's happening behind me, but I guess they were almost 3 wide going into turn 1. So it sounds like Ray was in the middle of the track. There was a car on his left, and there was a car on his right, going into turn 1. And I think Ray kind of gets forced out wide-ish, and and then that just pushes the guy to his left out wide. He gets onto the dirt and ends up in the tire barrier. I don't know if I have a clip of that, but essentially that's kind of what happened. Now I'll reverse the video here. So at this last second, I was like, okay, Ray's setting the pace because he's staying ahead of me. I was like, okay, Ray's setting the pace. I'm watching his foot. He looks at me. He's already flat. I'm flat, and end up passing him before the timing light. So it's kind of a weird spot to try to lift and slow down, honestly. Going into turn 1, especially when there's a cart right behind me. I don't want to get like tapped and then pushed out wide, you know. But that's what happens when you race. It's all part of racing. It's normal. That's why we do these practices. Jibana-san's cart got like a bent tie rod and the steering column bent a little bit. Maybe Ray's cart got a little bit bent. I'm not sure. But everybody's all right. Nobody's injured. That's the most important thing. But let's get back to the rest of the video. Fast forward a few laps here, me and Ray are just kind of going at it. We try to pull some moves on each other in practice, but this lap I decided to try to make a move into 4. A little later on the brakes, and then here, let me slow a clip down. So slowing down, going into 4. I'm not sure, you can kind of hear it in the video, it bottoms out. It's like the cart kind of bottoms out. And then I end up locking the rear. And almost oversteering, but we still put the cart where it needs to be and get the move done. It's kind of something that we try to practice. Think of it as like boxer sparring. Like, you're not going to be a good boxer if you don't take any hits in practice. So there's like no bad blood between me and Ray after we do stuff like this. It's just how we're practicing. I wouldn't try to do this with any of the other guys out there because I'm not sure how they would respond to moves like that, especially in a practice session. You know, we're not really racing for anything, but it's good experience. So I don't know if I showed this already, but they did install a new steering wheel to my cart. I was looking on Rakuten and Yahoo for one, but I guess they sourced it for me because I mentioned that I wanted a new one. So very thankful for that. And in the later sessions, I was having a problem with my brake to where I was going into like turn 4, pressing the brake, and there was just absolutely nothing was happening. So I was almost just driving straight into the tire walls. Shinobu-san just let me know that he did a overhaul on it, I guess overnight or this morning, I'm not sure, but hopefully today it feels better and it actually responds. So we'll see.
2-second lap.
Yeah, that was 21.
Yeah, not even breaking into 6th. That's crazy.